Thank you very much, Professor Purcell. I can tell you right now, today here in Bangladesh, we have a cyclone coming to hit us within the next 24 hours. It's called a cyclone Mokka, and it's heading towards the southeastern part of the country, Chittagong, Cox's Bazar, and Myanmar. Already several 100,000 people have been evacuated. I am sitting in Dhaka city, which is still far away from the cyclone, but we have already lost our power in the city. I'm doing this interview on my phone rather than on my computer. And we are all waiting for the cyclone to hit. But we are well prepared. Bangladesh has one of the best cyclone preparedness, warning, evacuation, shelters in the world. So we are confident that we won't lose many lives, but nevertheless, the impacts will still cause a lot of damage. And so we are now entering what I call the era of loss and damage from human-induced climate change.
How do you think richer countries could be more inclusive with the least developed countries?
Yes, it's unfortunately, the climate change problem is also a problem of climate injustice, because it's caused by the emissions of rich people in poor countries as well as rich people in rich countries, but most of the rich people are in rich countries. So rich countries by and large are the big emitters. But the effects are being fed immediately and most severely by poor people living in poor countries. Also poor people living in rich countries, the people who are affected by the impacts of climate in developed countries. Indeed. Like Hurricane Katrina hit New Orleans. It didn't kill a single rich white American. It killed over 1,000 poor blacks in New Orleans. So the rich-poor divide is a global rich-poor divide, and the injustice of rich people causing the problem and poor people suffering the consequences is something that cannot be denied anymore.
And I have a dream to make the IPCC the most eloquent, the strongest voice of climate and climate science, so that nobody, absolutely nobody, can claim they do not know that climate change is an urgent issue to tackle with a need for more adaptation, more mitigation, and more funding. But I also want, as you said, that every policymaker, every decision maker on the planet knows that the solutions exist. And there are indeed many solutions in the South as well, as you just indicated. And that many of those solutions offer opportunities also to improve the well-being of all inhabitants of our planet, particularly the poor, struggling with poverty, hunger, pollution, and many other problems.